It's going to be a fantastic grand final in the NRLW. Newcastle trying to defend their title up against the Titans, who finished in last position and they've tackled their way through to the grand final. What a performance, firstly, from the Gold Coast at the weekend to beat the Roosters.
They kept the Roosters to 0.
Incredible. Incredible performance. And, of course, Newcastle last year took out the crown. They lost a few guns.
Well,
but they're still
lost Millie. That was the big one.
And our next guest.
Yeah.
Romy Teitzel, who's with the Broncos now. You've seen her during our NRLW coverage as well. She's here to preview the grand final. Welcome, Romy.
Hello, how's it going?
Excellent. Great to have you with us. Now, you were part of that Newcastle team last year, and yourself and Millie left, as Andrew points out, but your old team is still there on grand final day.
They are, unfortunately, we lost to them on the weekend, but huge crowd there in Newcastle. We knew we were up for a big fight there. Passionate fans, and I think we broke the record with 12,500 at a standalone NRLW game. So it's great to see they're a quality side. They've kept that quality throughout the season, and they won the minor premiership, and they're soaring into the grand final.
Hey, Romy, how hard's that been? Given the new teams, there's been so many girls moving clubs. How hard's that sort of just trying to get continuity between clubs?
Yeah, I think we're bound to see some movement in the NRLW, and I think it was a great thing with the expansion of the comp to see some big names moving to those new sides that came into the competition, and I'm sure we're going to see that probably in the next 1 to 2 years as well, with some girls coming and going into the NRLW squads. And I think just creating some more depth is probably the main thing at the moment, and having some competitions that run alongside the NRLW just to keep that quality high. I think this year we did see some injuries that did play a huge effect on the quality of the NRL and the quality of those squads as we moved into the finals. But NRL, the Knights were lucky enough to maintain a lot of their squad moving into the grand final.
When you look at the Knights, we always talk about their real stars, their attacking players, Jessie Southwell, Tamika Upton. But for me, the best player this year has been Caitlin Johnson. Tell us about Caitlin.
CJ, she's a powerhouse, and I think on and off the field, the way that she trains and the way that she goes out onto the field each week and leads from the front. I think she started the season in second row and ended last season actually in second row and scoring a few tries there. She loved the opportunity to play on the edge, but I think she's really at home in the middle. She leads from the front. She has a great attitude, and when you have a middle forward to do something like that, it's pretty easy for, like you just said, Jessie and Meeks to play off the back of that.
What's it been like moving up to Brisbane? Also, you've gone to the powerhouse of women's football, the Brisbane Broncos. They've won, I think, 3 competitions, and they've been at the top for years. But then also being part of this club as they're going into their first grand final in the men's team for a long time. What's it been like living up in Brisbane and witnessing all this?
Yeah, absolutely loving my time. I debuted for the club back in 2020 before moving to Newcastle for 2 years. But Prince recruited pretty well, and I'm back here in Brisbane and absolutely loving my time. I work in a community role here with the Broncos as well. So I'm always out and about. Love to see the work the Broncos do in the community, and they're really passionate about that. And I think it's a great reflection of how much they do impact the community with the fans that have been here, not at the boys' trainings, but also just in and around football in Brisbane has been a huge thing. And we saw the Lions make it to the grand final as well. So Brisbane's absolutely pumping. Huge reward for the club in the hard times that I think rugby league does give you, but the Brisbane Broncos have a passionate fan base, and I'm excited to see them play on Sunday.
I've got a brain fade at the moment. The young 5'8" for the Titans, the young Cook Island girl, wears the headgear.
Yep, Shante.
Yeah, Shante. Have you seen her play? It is silky, her ball playing. Do you think she could be the difference on Sunday between the Titans and the Knights?
Yeah, absolutely. I think her and Loz, I don't think would have practiced too much in pre-season, but unfortunate for the injury for Fui to end her season in round 1 and then Loz to step up and move out of hooker. I think they've created a great relationship there, and they both bring something very different. But I agree, she is a very silky player. She's actually quite a big girl too. I think should be close to 6 foot. I think she's a bit taller than me, but the ability she has not only with her kicking game but her ball playing as well, I think she definitely will be the difference. She's pretty deceiving with the footy.
So who are you tipping? The grand final?
Oh, I think the Titans are on a big high at the moment. Obviously, like you said, they ended the season last year at last, and I think they've gone into the semi-final and now the grand final with some great momentum, and they've got some big players that'll lead from the front with Georgia Hale in the middle and Shannon Marto. I think they have great experience in the forward pack, and they'll be the difference on the weekend.
Lovely to talk to you, Romy. Thanks very much for giving us some time, and enjoy the grand final, even though the Broncos aren't going to be there this year.
No worries. Thank you very much.
With the finals around the corner, NRL on 9 has you covered.
From match highlights, press conferences, don't forget, Freddy in the 8.
Of course.
NRL on 9 has you covered for everything. One-stop shop.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a moment.